it is just a smack in the mouth. Hello everyone, it's Barry here, hope you're well. Today we are making something called Leckerli, and this originates from Switzerland. Well, I hope it does. As you know, I've just come back from Switzerland, and when I was in the airport, I was a bit hungry, craving a snack, and I went and bought something called Leckerli. What Lecker, apparently, which I heard actually quite a lot when I was in Switzerland, stands for good, or pleasant, or nice, right? Or sometimes being slightly intoxicated. We'll skim over that. But Leckerli can mean a treat or also a kind of gingerbread, and this is basically what it is. It was like a fruity, almondy, sugary, dense. It was dense, tough gingerbread. But when I was in an airport and it was delayed for 3 hours, it was blooming good. And I've just made it and it's stonking. So this will be on the Taste the World playlist, but just before we do, here's a little bit of a slideshow of my time in Switzerland. We had a really cool time. I actually went to Gruyère's, which is where Gruyère cheese is from. There's a factory there. I went inside there. We went to a cool science museum and Phoebe and Chloe's hair went everywhere. I went up a cable car. I was a bit scared because I've seen the James Bond movie where he fights Jaws, the metal teeth guy. We went to a chocolatier called Kay. Did like a chocolate making class. That was pretty cool. And I made a fish. We did actually catch a train to Italy, which is one thing I found awesome about Switzerland, if you've never been, was like you could literally go to Germany, then France, then Italy, and wherever else. And then also we went up some epic mountain walks, and it was very, very fun indeed. So yeah, really cool experience, but I just want to have a little taste of my Swiss adventure right now. So this is how you make Leckerli. Luckily for you, we're doing it here rather than having to travel to Switzerland, because it wasn't it's quite an expensive place. If you're an OG Barry Lewis My Virgin Kitchen fan, you're gonna love this. If you wanna make this, hit pause on the video now and scribble down all of these ingredients. They'll also be on my website and in the video description. First up, what you need to do is grab yourself a saucepan. Add in the sugar. And then dump in that honey. Transfer the saucepan over to your hob over a medium-low flame. Initially stir the sugar and honey together just to dissolve it through and keep bubbling away until it foams. And then I'm gonna leave it, all right? When I say leave it, I'm not gonna leave it. I'm gonna keep my eye on it, but it doesn't need to be stirred and agitated, all right? Especially on a Monday morning. So with that all nice and mixed together, remember it will be very hot indeed, so please be careful. Oh, baby. Smells like a bee. Push in your mixed peel, the sliced almonds, and then finally the ground almonds. Get that all in there and mix it together and start to question your life choices of this recipe selection today. Okay, I don't know where that was going then, but now this is looking better. Okay, bit worried at start. I mean, it's not the most appetizing looking thing right now, is it? Look at that. Yeah, that wasn't how it looked. I don't know where this is going. Okay, I did get a little bit freaked out doing that. I was like, is this working? I don't know. So with that mixed together and indeed looking a little bit bizarre, I created myself a little bit of a diversion tactic. I preheated my oven to 150C fan, 170C. Then I got my flour and added the dry ingredients in there, just because that felt just way more nice and normal than the weird sort of foamy, citrusy, almondy mixture beside me. That is nice and blended in, and it does actually smell 20% like how I would imagine an elf to smell like. Okay, let's get this thing in. Okay. Yeah, sometimes a recipe sells itself, but right now I'm struggling, folks. It smells good though. It's quite tough. It's very tough. All right, I decided to get my hands in, and this, I've got to be honest, is still like lukewarm, and it is really, I never sort of needed like dough like this that's like really warm. But there is something really nice. It's like almost like a hot water bottle. It's amazing. I've got to be honest though, as a thing though, that, like I say, it looks way better. I mean, it's still a blob, but yes, it is sticky. But that is, smelling good and looking visually way better than it was a couple of minutes ago. So make sure all your flour's in there. I think that's my top tip right now. So it's telling me to use a cookie tray, okay? So like a flat edged cookie tray with baking parchment on the bottom and then on the top to help roll it out. Normally, I would use something lipped, like a baking tray like that, to give it some guidance to stop it spilling. It is quite a rigid, butch, stiff, sticky dough. So yeah, there's that. This on top, oh, I can press it. That is really sticky. Come on, come on. All right. I mean, the whole rolling out thing got a bit weird and I was starting to overthink it about does it matter if it's a circle or not? Spoiler alert, it really doesn't. It ends up, you slice it up any size you want. Mine were like little cube pieces that I had in a package in the airport. We've kind of done a bit of a rustic approach for our final one. Yes, it might be more like a pizza, but we'll go with it. We've come this far. There's baking powder in it, right? What's the worst that can happen? Place it into your preheated oven, and actually I started to bake it for 20 minutes. 20-minute timer on that. Are you trying to eat the cinnamon? I thought I got it all up. Are you doing your own little cinnamon challenge, huh? But in the end, it went in there for full 25. There is 1 minute left and my battery literally just went, so I think the timer should go off any moment now. Oh! Come on now. That's pretty good. Like, smells so good. Right, let's get it out of the oven. Oh wow, oh wow. It's puffed up a bit and it smells really fruity now. So it can sit on a trivet for a little while, but ultimately you want to get it onto a wire rack to start to really cool down. Whilst it's doing that, you can get your final 2 ingredients of your icing sugar and water and just combine that together in a bowl, just whisking it through until a nice smooth icing is achieved. Ah, there we go, look. And we'll have a nice smooth icing that looks a bit like PVA glue. And you can make that thicker to make the icing stand out, but as it dries, it does get stronger. You've got yourself a nice glaze there. And whilst it was still slightly warmed, you can start to take that glaze and take your time with this. Like, enjoy the moment. Brush it like you're Picasso painting whatever Picasso did, but just paint, all right? Oh, I also went to the Swiss Army Knife Museum. Sorry, I got completely diverted there. I stayed where Swiss Army knives existed. Phoebe and Chloe got a Swiss Army knife as a gift. I need to confiscate that. They are blooming sharp. They are very good. Anyhow, enjoy the moment. Glaze and brush the icing all onto your baked leckerli. Look how shiny it is. It's like a mirror glaze. But that is why I put the baking tray there. You see that? Just in case. Then it's jolly well up to you how you want to slice this thing. I would strongly advise to slice it. I mean, you could just have a massive one like that, but it's a big old piece of Swiss gingerbread if you want to go that route. And once you slice it up, it will look just like this. Keep it in an airtight container or eat the whole stuff straight away. It smells so good. The icing has formed a very light glaze on the top. The stench of honey. You can see some fruit pieces, the ground almonds sat in the middle, plus the almond fingernail bits in there. Look at that little glaze on there, huh? You see that? Ooh! Here we go. Leckerli. There's a plane flying over my house right now, probably heading to Switzerland to go and buy some of this stuff. And like I say, it's got that denseness, a chewiness too, but the honey vibe running through it. It's like a honey, like a racetrack of honey, then the nuts, then the fruit hits you. If you like honey and you like almonds and you like fruit, it is just a smack in the mouth, a smack in the chops of a real nice Swiss gingerbread that takes like, I don't know, 25 minutes? Making the dough took like 15 minutes and I filmed it. So you can definitely smash this out the park and make yours look way better than mine. Sorry, I was gonna finish the video, but I'm eating. But there we go, folks. That is it. That is how you make Leckerli. It's been a very delicious, tasty morning making this, and I will add this to the Taste the World playlist, the playlist where I travel around the world in my kitchen eating recipes from around the world. But for the first time, this is where I've actually been to the place and come back and given you my research. So I think you will absolutely smash this out of the park and love it. Give it a go, and I'll see you later. Cheers. Oh, bye. Mrs. B, what was your favourite part of going to Switzerland? Apart from eating Leckerli at the airport, obviously.
All the scenery and the hike we did. In the
mountains. Was good, wasn't it?
Yeah. Oh, that's amazing.
It's good, isn't it?
Hard but soft at the same time.
Yeah, like a dense, flaky, but like
and the top is
chewy.
Yeah, wow.
A little taste of Switzerland. I'm going to do this now and be like, this is not Swiss. This is Brazilian. No, I had it at Swiss airport, and that's all that matters. Maybe I should just do a section on the channel of just doing duty free, because that way I'm just international. Doesn't matter where I am then.
Very true.
Homemade aftershave, next video.